Hi guys, welcome to Wamu's World. I'd like to say Happy New Year. You know, we're finally on the other side. Um, it feels good to be on this side actually. I was really I've really did a lot in 2025, which I am happy about. But 2026 is just I was ready for it. I was even talking to my mom and she was like, I was so ready for 2026, and I don't know why even me, I was ready. So before I start this video, though, I want to thank everyone for the love and support of Wamu's World throughout the years. You know, sometimes I have to tell myself, oh, it actually has been 4.5 years, like, since I had this show. And obviously, like, you know, I've had my on and off moments where I'm there, you know, not consistently. But, you know, as you guys know, like, I'm in school, like, I'm in massage therapy school. So, like, my time is quite limited, and then I'm working full time. So, it's kind of been a whirlwind, but I am happy about what I'm doing. I am happy about transitioning. But I want to thank my old followers and my new followers, but especially my old followers who like still will message me and like ask me, how are things going? What's up? Like, I haven't seen you in a while. I do appreciate that. I really do. And then, you know, guys, sometimes life is just lifing. I mean, sometimes I'm just really, really like in a headspace if I need to get work done. I need to get these things done. Like, and sometimes I cannot, you know, give my time. But really, Wamu's World, like, I do it because I love it. It's not for like any money or anything of that sort. It's like, it's just because I love it. So, you know, I never know who I'm talking to. I just do it because I'm like, there's somebody out there that needs to hear the message. So I do want to let you guys know, I know, and sometimes I have to keep telling myself this, but the current times we're living in are extremely rough. It's rough. Like, you know, sometimes I have to pull myself. Like, I think naturally I'm the type of person to like read articles and like, what do they call it? Like going through the deep rabbit hole of like post and whatever. If you knew what kind of posts I look at, you'd be like, oh, like if probably you wouldn't think I look at like, you know, political posts and stuff like that. I look at all that stuff. I tend to look at that stuff more than I look at like regular things. I might look at like food stuff. Like, I really used to be into mukbangs, and then even said I wanted to do mukbangs like on YouTube, but then I was like, I don't know. I don't think that's for me actually. But I like watching them. It kind of like relaxes me for some reason. Um, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so I'll be looking at, weirdly enough, I look at maybe travel stuff. I'll look at food stuff. I'll look at cooking because, like, naturally in my mind, I'm a chef. I feel like I can literally, like, Kenyan food, I know how to cook, obviously, because my mom taught me, but like American food, give me a recipe and I can make it gold. I can make it my own. So that's why I said naturally, I think I'm a good cook. Like, I just like, I'm the type of person to like scan a recipe and then just like, okay, just doing it my way. That's how I am. And I'm not sure whether that comes from just my nature. Maybe it's being a Cancer. Well, I'm a Cancer Leo, so I don't know. It's probably maybe my Cancer side. I don't know. But I do like to cook. And I think I'm pretty fucking good at it. Like I said, we're living in really, really rough times. I think it's just kind of hard being a first gen, honestly. Like, I look at posts and I'm just kind of like, whoa. I mean, this year I've been called like tether. I've been called, and this is people like in my DMs or when I post on like threads and I'm just saying something and it's like, get out of here, you tether. I've been called anchor baby. I've been called you're not really black. Even had someone tell me like, kind of trying to explain to me why an East African isn't black. And I just don't really, I feel like earlier, like last year, I really subscribed to it. Like, I was really like, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Like, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? And, you know, I can get really like on it, but I just, I had to tell myself, honey, these are rough times. Like, I am a first gen, and right now I just feel like if you're black, if you're an immigrant, like, it's just like all things are coming at you quick. But I just can't really subscribe to that, and I can't listen to the noise. All I can do is be an advocate for, creating change, and creating awareness, and that's all I can do. Sometimes I don't feel like I'm doing anything. Like, it feels like, actually, it kind of feels like not enough is being done. I don't think people are angry enough. I'll leave it at that. I just don't think people are angry enough. And if you know, you know. Like, that's just what it is. And weirdly enough, and I don't know how if any other first gen feels about this, and I know I'm going into this, but like, I had to get this out of my system. I have never in my life, ever in my life, felt like I belonged. Point blank fucking period. I find that a lot of first gens, a lot of them, I look at them, and when I say first gen, and this is really no shade, no tea, I really mean that you were born, not that you came here when you were 3 years old, not that you came here when you were 4 years old. No. You were born in the United States or Europe, technically just a different westernized country than your parents. Like, and then you were born there and they were born elsewhere. And then you had to learn how to adapt with their culture plus the culture you were born in. That's what I'm talking about. Because I know some people come in here and like, think that I'm talking about, oh, I came here 12 years ago. No. I'm sorry. Not talking to you. Because that's different. And like I said, no shade, no tea. It's different. So I've never felt like I have belonged here. And even the ones I'm saying that's different, you may have your own experience, but I'm talking about my experience. I never felt like I fully belonged in the United States. I never really did. Like, even being young, it was just kind of like, you're not this enough, you're not that enough, you're not this enough, you're not that enough. It's just kind of like, at some point, Kenya's telling you you're not Kenyan enough, black's telling you you're not black enough. It's, and then trying to find a way to fit in the world. It is kind of similar to being mixed. It's finding how phenotype, like just my phenotype, I'm black, like I'm physically black, but on the inside, I'm just so many things, all the things. And I think that is sometimes a very lonely place to be. A lot of people won't talk about that. And I think sometimes, I'll say this, I think sometimes Kenyan parents do not get that. They don't get that's a lonely place to be. They just assume you fit. Like, you fit, oh, you fit somewhere. Okay. I mean, if that helps you sleep at night. But it's just kind of, in no shade, and I'm really not trying to be rude, but it's just kind of like that is a struggle. It's even a struggle with like dating. Like, dating, it's kind of like, and I've said this before, you want somebody to understand that. You want somebody who's able to kind of like be in that space of understanding. And it's just a different place. It's a different mindset. It's like you have a third eye, and that you want somebody to also have that third eye, to have that understanding. Yeah. I just had to get that out there because, and that could be any first gen. I'm not talking about race here. It could be any first gen. It could be any first gen. We all share the same experience. You could be Indian, and you could be Korean, and you can be Chinese, and you can be, and I mean like that's what your parents were born in that the country. You can be, let's see, just from anywhere, right? Your parents could be from anywhere, but you were just born in that specific westernized country, and you've had to assimilate to that and your parents' culture. That's what I'm talking about. That's a different space all in itself. And I just like to say that because it's just like in this political climate, excuse me, that we're in. Sorry, guys. I think I'm like getting a cold or something. It's, we're going to be snowed in, so I'm kind of just getting ready for that. And I'm trying to be in warmth. So, but I'm getting better. So yeah, it's just kind of like, I just feel like I've always been in that space. I've always been, I hate to say it, like, I've always been special. I'll say that. I'll say that part. But I know how people think. Like, I know how people think on different sides. And I think for me, I've just decided to be in a space where I surround myself with people who are accepting of me. And that's it. Like, it's not, it's, and I don't want to be around people who envy me. I don't want to be around people who are jealous of me. I don't want to be around people who are intimidated by me. I don't want to be around people who, like they find it intriguing to be like near someone like me, but then they're like, I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like they like love hate you. And it's just kind of like, I don't subscribe to that this year. Like, fuck off. And really was fuck off last year too. But I think it's like a heavy, like fuck off this year. It's heavy. And I can read that energy like a book. And that's one of the things I love about massage therapy is that like I really draw in on energy. So like when I give a massage, like in this, I'm still a student. So when I give a massage, like during one of my clinics, it's like I could feel the energy of that person. And now if I could feel that with my hands, I can feel that I'm an empath and I can draw in on energy. And I've gotten better with that with time. So yeah, I don't subscribe to that. Like, if you don't fucking like me, I mean, you can fuck off. Like, and really, and that's in a disrespectful way. Like, because I can't. Like, I just can't. And if we don't align politically, you can fuck off too. I don't care if you're my family. I don't care if you're my blood. I don't care if we've been friends since we were kids. Don't care. Don't really care. Yeah, so that's my spiel. But I'll say this new year, I did start off with such a spirit of things are going to be different. Things are going to change. Like I went into the new year with that. My new year was amazing. And it wasn't like I traveled anywhere. Could I have traveled? Yes. Yes, I could have traveled. Absolutely. But for me, I'm getting to a space in time where like traveling is fun. Traveling is great. But traveling, to me, there has to be a purpose to it. It just can't be to just travel for the sake of traveling and just to say I went here. It needs to be something of there needs to be substance there. Like it needs to be like, okay, I'm going here to see this. But it just can't be like, oh, I'm not one of those people where it's like I'm gonna travel to like 50 countries, like with no kind of like, oh, I'm gonna go see something, like, or just to say I went there. Like I want to travel because I feel like there's something special there and I want to see it, or I'm spiritually connected or whatever. But no, like I'm not into like random traveling. Like that's just not my thing. So, but anyway, I feel like in my generation, it's like a thing. And it's like, not everybody subscribes to that. Not everybody's into it. I can do it, but I just don't want to do it. Because I just don't feel like there's a point for me. So, yeah, I did have an amazing low-key New Year's. I literally, not even gonna lie, like, I literally just wanted to eat good food, drink, and be merry. That's all I wanted to do on New Year's. And before the New Year's, like before saying Happy New Year's, I wanted to be in a space with good energy. And it's like, it just all happened like that. It just happened organically. And I think that's the way I feel my life is set for 2026. I think things just are going to happen organically. Like it's just going to unfold the way it's supposed to. I kind of felt like in the New Year's, like I kind of felt like my skin, the old skin I used to have, it just like, it just like disintegrated. Like I feel like my mind is just such in a different space. Like in a strong space, in like a very like confident space. And it's like, I I don't know. I just feel, I don't even know it's like healed or anything. Like I feel healed, but it's like I think I'm having a case of my purpose is clear. You know, like when you know your purpose is clear, like you know where you're headed. Nobody else can see it. You know, what's her name? I watch T.S. Madison a lot. Like I just like her energy. I love everything about like how she expresses herself. Um yeah, I just love her. I love watching her show. It's like one of my stress reliever YouTube shows. And she is like, I think she says like, I don't know. And I did go to one of her, she has like this teaching kind of like program or whatever, and online. And I was like, you know what? I really want to see like, or be amongst other creators and just kind of see like what, you know, what their ideas are, and like, and then just see her talk about how she did her show and stuff like that, and just like, I don't know, kind of just gain energy, you know. And she always has this, and advice too, like good advice. And she has this saying that she says where it's like, I don't know when, I don't know how, but I just know. And I feel like that's kind of the story of my life. Like I always felt that when, like, ever since I was 9, I've always had that, like, I didn't know that exact statement, but I kind of, like, immediately when she said it, I was like, I understand what she's talking about. I get it. And not everybody gets it. Not everybody understands that. But not everybody's that tapped in. So I get it. Like, I don't know when, I don't know how, but I know. And I think 2026 is kind of, in the beginning of 2026 has kind of like shown me that a little bit. And I'd say halfway into 2025, it kind of showed me that. It's nuts, you know? But yes, I did have a great low-key New Year's, and the energy was so good. And I met a lot of different people I had never met in my life. And I don't know why, it was just like so, I just got all this great energy. But anyway, so I will list some of my New Year's resolutions, like some of them. I won't list all of them because I think that's for me. Like I keep that for me, and some of them might be personal. One of the things that I was doing this in 2025, but I noticed that it's very important for me to do that on a daily. I'm going to tell you guys what I'm drinking in a minute, okay? It's tea. And I drink that like every morning. So every morning, I pray and manifest everything I want in life. Every single thing I want in life. Every single thing. To the T. And of course, I've written it down first because I'm like, I'm not going to remember all these things. And I want to remember. And then I stand in front of the mirror and I literally look at myself in the mirror and chant it every single morning around 7 a.m. Every single morning. I learned that there's some CEOs who do that. Like they literally like chant it every morning. And that is like a prayer, but it's also like a manifestation. I feel like a manifestation is like a chant. It's like a mantra that you create for yourself. And you give it up to God, you know, whoever you believe in, you give it up to God or whatever higher being you believe in, and you give it up to the universe. You give it up to, the universe always conspires to help you. It always does. But you have to state your intention. So that's what I do every single morning at 7 a.m. And that thing could talk, you know, you could be manifesting like I'll give you guys an example. Like I had a situation, and I won't say in detail what it was, but I had a situation where I just felt like this person just came with bad energy towards me. It's like just bad energy. Like, and I was like, when I said my prayer, when I said my manifestation, I literally was like, I need that energy removed. Like, I need it removed. I don't want it around me. I don't want that energy around me. I want it expunged. I kid you not, when I met this person, it was like almost when they saw me, it's like their energy was expunged. Like they just felt like kind of not like lifeless or anything, but it's just kind of like that energy was removed. So like you really have to manifest those things. You really have to pray about them and really be intentional. You really do. Like, you can't be lazy with it. Eating healthy, more hydration. I really say more hydration because like I feel like I wasn't like hydrating as much as I wanted to. But I do know when I do my exercises, I always take like electrolytes. Like, I'll have electrolytes there. So I need them. It helps me with like my energy. Avoiding sugar. And I'm not really even a sweet tooth, but what I've noticed in American food, God, American food is the worst. I'm sorry. But American food, what you realize is that when you look at the back of things, I kid you not, everything has sugar. Everything has sugar. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, everything has sugar. It's like they're just planning to annihilate everybody with this sugar. Check the back of everything. Check it. You might think, no, this is the type of food that doesn't have sugar. Promise you, it has sugar, especially here in the United States. I've also become a tea girl. I'm a tea girl. I'm a teaaholic. And not to get too detailed, but I will get detailed because, I mean, this is Wamu's world. I don't care. I base my teas off my period cycle. Literally. 4 phases. And I found this company online called Richsol Foods, and I bought their teas and I just used them because I was just curious about it. I used them for a month. So I might get a little graphic here. So when I've never had cramps. I know that sounds weird to some people, but I've never had cramps. But last year I started having them, and it's just one day. I have a very short period. It's 3 days. This was one day. I just had one day cramps, whatever, sometime last year. And I was like, oh my God, and I've never had them. So like for me, it's like extreme. It feels extreme. I know for others it may not, but like maybe my pain tolerance is just not that, whatever. Went to the doctor, got checked. Everything was fine. So I was like, okay, well, I need to like find something that maybe can help with that. So I found the Richsol Foods thing. And he had this thing, I think the guy that runs the company, I think it's him and his wife, I think. And I'll put all the like links down so you can see it. But basically, he has this thing called like herb cycling. And I never really like, I don't know, like I never really like knew about that. I never knew there was like a cycling pattern or whatever. But I was talking to my mom and she was kind of like, yeah, like, I think she was saying like she knows about that. So I was just kind of like, okay. But anyway, I started doing it where it's like you drink certain teas during those 4 phases, like certain teas. And I was like, I'm just going to give it a try. Just going to buy the package and give it a try. And I was like, wow, like I didn't realize how nice this is. But I will show you some of the products. Okay, so the main one is like the St. John's Bush. It's actually really good. That's what I'm drinking right now. I drink that in the morning. And the cycle I'm in right now, this is what I'm supposed to drink. And then they have this thing called Inner Fire. Some of the stuff I just bought because I was just curious. But it's sea moss powder blend. So you can add it to porridge, you can add it to stews, you can add it to smoothies, and it's like really, really good. And all of this is like natural and from St. Lucia. But it's really good. Like it gives you like a boost of, I get what they mean by inner fire. Like it gives you like a boost of energy. It's really weird. But good weird. I have Cassia Lata. I have this tea. And this is something I drink during a certain part of my cycle. And then this isn't from his company, but like this one is from John Herbs. And this one's, I think the vendor is Jamaican. Yes. So this one here, Jamaican Blue Vervain. let me tell you something about this. Let me tell you something about this. And you'll be shocked that I'm saying this. That is the best tea on God's green earth. The best tea on God's green earth. What I mean by that is that if you're feeling stressed or you're feeling anxiety, like I usually will drink that tea, like just a cup, like not 2 cups, just a cup. And I feel amazing afterwards. I feel wonderful. It just calms you down. Like sometimes I'll wind down with that tea. I know sometimes, like, I know during the herb cycling, like I think you're not supposed to drink that one, like according to the herb cycling, you're not supposed to drink that during this time, but sometimes I just do it. And I think it's okay. It's actually fine. But it just calms you down. It calms your nerves. And like, I love that. I love that feeling. And it's natural. So it's like, I love that. And I love how all of this stuff makes my body feel. So when I say more hydration, it's like more tea, more, healthy things and healthy new things and natural things in my like whole diet. Just kind of like working from within, healing from within, and then yeah. But I really would recommend, and I'll actually put the link for you guys so that you can see where you can get this stuff. But it's amazing. Okay, so I don't know why my lighting did that, but like I've said before, I do have low iron, but I'm not anemic. And that's what my doctor told me. I do have a black OBGYN, so I really love that. And even when I was in Dallas, I had a black OBGYN. That's how it's always going to be for me. I had low iron, but not anemic. But these teas, they stabilize your iron levels. So before I was kind of like, whenever I would get close to my period, I would literally like start taking like iron. But when I drink these teas, now I don't have to do that. So for me, it's really like stabilized me completely, which I'm very happy about that. Now, will I have like cramps sometimes? Yeah. And if they get to a point where I'm just like, and it's usually one day. That's why I keep saying it's one day. Some of you guys won't subscribe to this. That's okay. But I am all about natural. I hate medication. I hate taking medication if I don't have to. Even when I got in a car accident, I bruised my tailbone. It's actually how I decided I wanted to do massage therapy. I bruised my tailbone and I was like, they give me muscle relaxers and I was like, no, thank you. And I'm in pain. But I just don't like medicine. Like I don't like it if I don't need it. So I decided to do massage therapy and I used a CBD cream and I would do the massage therapy every week and then use the CBD cream. And it just felt like it would work. And it does take a little bit longer if you're trying to heal, but it worked for me. This right here, Cannaaid. This right here, the reason I'm saying it is because it's CBD, not THC CBD. And I kid you not, you get like a little bit of it. I wish I could open this. This is a new one. I had to buy a new one and it lasts you for a while because you don't use that much. So that's how it looks inside. You literally get a little bit of it. You can put it on your abdomen or you can put it in your belly button. You will feel nothing. You will literally feel nothing. Just saying. It has taken a lot of research to find that, but yeah, that is everything and more. And so that's why I'm kind of like showing this stuff because I'm like, I'm one of those people where like, I don't want to hide things that I use to help myself. I want to share those things with you because I think a lot of the time, I feel like people like to like gatekeep information and gatekeep things that are really working for them. And I don't want to be that person. And I never have been that person. So that's why I mention things like this. And you guys know I'm a big fan of holistic health. I just am, and I advocate for that. So, and that's the field I'm getting into anyway. So Yes, all those products, I will list them. Even the blue vervain tea, because it's not from his company. It's not from Richsol Food. So I'll, but he does sell it. He does say blue. He does sell blue vervain. I just found this one and I liked it, and I just kept up with that. But I like his other products, so I'll put it down below in my bio. That way, you guys are able to access that and use what you need for it. You know. But yes, I'm all about advocating for holistic health. I think it's so important, and I think it needs to be advocated more in the US. I just feel like in the US, it's all about pumping drugs, pumping pills, pumping, like, no. Like, if you get anxiety, you don't, there are other products you can use to deal with that anxiety. That blue vervain tea, that's a great thing to use. You're just drinking tea, and then you just relax. Even maybe taking some, like, magnesium. Taking that with magnesium, I'm telling you, you feel like you're on cloud nine, and it's natural. Like, you don't need to, this is from the earth. Like, you don't need to take pills. Like, anyway. One of the other things I'm trying to do is focus on self-employment. I'm really trying to manifest self-employment. I want to get out of the 9 to 5 ring. The reason why is I want my freedom. That's it. And because I feel I have a bigger purpose, and because I am finding a passion or passions, and I would like that to be the rest of my life. I don't want to be controlled in the 9 to 5 world. I just don't. I know getting into self-employment is also very hard. It's not like it's an easy, oh, now I'm free. Well, you are free, but you're still have to work hard, you know? And I do know that. But I know that there's some stuff like this show. Like, I love doing it, and I'm not getting paid for doing it. I love doing it. But I just, it's because it's something like I feel passionate about. And when I was younger, or I would say like when I was in college, I never really knew what that meant. But now that I look back, I knew that in college. Like, I didn't even realize like what passion meant. I just felt like I did things because I needed to get something completed. But I knew that newspaper and radio was something that I had a passion for. But at that time I didn't know. I just thought I'm just doing it. But I loved doing it. I got paid for doing the newspaper, but radio, I didn't really get paid for it. It was just voluntary, but I still loved it. So that's how you know like what a passion is. It's passion is like you don't even have to get paid for it. You would still do it. Yeah. So once you get into that alignment, but it's amazing if you could get paid for your passion. I think you've won at that point. You've won in life. Another thing, focusing on my creativity. I am focusing on that so much more. I think creativity, even throughout my whole life, I think it's what's kept me breathing. And I have to understand that there's some people that are not creatives. They're not people that like think outside the box. They're not people that have like a sense of humor that's just out of this world. I think one of the reasons I'm like, I've met people like that, like where I'm telling them something and they're just kind of looking at me like, I met people like that. And it's just kind of like, no, it's because you don't have the eye that I have. You don't have like, you don't think the way I do. You think about just your job and just getting the 9 to 5 done and going home. Like, and that's no offense. Like, it's not like, let me drink some of my tea. I think I'm getting a cold, but not, I'm going to drink like dawa tea. Can't even know about that, but I'm going to drink dawa tea so like I can get better. That thing heals. But yeah, so what was I saying? I completely forgot what I was saying. Creativity. That is something that I am doing and just getting into it and like just getting more into my emotions and feelings and just like putting it in my creative bag, like putting it in my creative projects, and just doing things that make me happy. And I think that there's like a therapeutic feel I get from that. It's almost like I'm in therapy. So like I love being creative, and that's just something I like doing, and I like writing, and that's what I'm doing. And I'm doing it with like the intention of just doing it. That's how I feel. This one's a biggie. This is a biggie. Biggie, 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 biggie. Can't you see? I'm just kidding. I'm creating a wealthy mindset. A wealthy mindset. I'm letting that sink in. A wealthy mindset. A wealthy mindset. Because, how do I say this? I think in my past, there have been pockets of people that have had a wealthy mindset. But a lot of people that didn't. And I think 2026, I came in now with that mindset. Like, no shenanigans, no dumb shit, no. I will have to surround myself with people who are winners and who have that mindset. It's kind of like leaving your old life behind. And removing people and things that like don't align with it. I talk about that a lot, but it's not. Something else happened this year for me where it's like I can't. I really can't subscribe to it. Like, I'm really like owning that shit. Like, I'm not. I don't think I really owned it. I don't think I really owned it. Like, I think this year I'm really owning it. Yeah, I'm really, 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 really owning it. I'm not. I just want to surround myself with individuals who have similar goals. I just feel like this year is different. I'm sorry, guys. Struggling. I just want to surround myself with people who are winners. Maybe I might lose old friendships. I don't care. Might possibly be judged by my own culture. Don't care. Because let me tell you guys something. Like, ever since I was young, ever since I was young, like, I feel like I was like prepared for this. Like, I was always prepared to be just in another world. Like, and I've lived in that world for so long, and now I'm just like, I don't care. I'm just gonna do me, and I'm going to have a different mindset. And if it doesn't match your mindset, and if your beliefs don't match my beliefs, then like you can literally just take a hike. Like, I'm not in that mindset now of like being understanding and like, no, like, I don't care. Like, I feel like I live in this bubble of like giving too much of a shit. I just don't care. I don't want to care anymore. Like, I just want to do me. I just want to do me. That's it. And I know kind of I'm just speaking like in oblivion. Like, you guys are like, what the hell is she doing? But I think I just mean like just being myself, just being able to be myself and surround myself with people who are okay with that. And like, we're both doing things where people who just have the same mindset. I mean, really, that's really pretty much it. That is pretty much it. I really feel that is that is really the mindset for 2026. And like, if I feel the energy of you not having that, I will just not talk to you. I will just go the other way. Just have a nice day. And I will just go the other way. It's just because I don't have to. I don't have to. But literally the old, like probably if you did see me in 2025, you know, at that time I thought like, oh, I have pretty much like I'm walking in that energy. No, no, no. I was not walking in that energy because I still feel like I cared. And I feel like there's many years I just feel like I've cared, but like this, it feels different. This feels very different to me. Um it's on a whole another level of not caring. I think the political climate, I possibly believe it's taken me there. It's taken me through there. It has literally yeah, different mindset. Um and I just want my people to win. I want black people to win. I just want them to win. That's pretty much it, you know. I don't like to get too political or anything like that, but I really, 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 as Issa Rae says, I want black people to win. I want all of them to win. And I'll just leave that at that. And that's my mindset. But literally with I just want to surround myself with people who have the same energy, who have the same drive. Um, and if you don't, like, I'm probably not going to talk to you, and I'm probably not going to be surrounded by you, and you probably will never see me in your space. Um, Maybe you remembered me in 2022 or 2019 or 2023. I'm not that same person. I'm just not, and I will never be that same person. And my life is kind of like, you know, my life has always been like a learning thing. Like, I don't regret anything in my life. I don't regret anything. I had somebody ask me that. I think an ex that asked me one time, well, do you regret? No, no, no. I don't regret anything. Nada. Zilch. I don't. I love everything I've done in life because you learn. You actually learn. Um, yeah, and that's how I feel. Um, I think in my life right now, this is probably the happiest I've ever been, and that's really on everything I love. This is the happiest I've ever been. Um, because when you get to a place where you don't people please, you say, take me as I am. If that is not what you like, that's on you. Like I don't care. I really, that's just like what it is. Don't care. Um yeah. Like I'm in that space, and it feels great. And I've always wanted to be in a space where I just literally felt I don't care. You know, some people like they say it out loud, but they don't actually feel it. Like I feel it in the depths of my soul. The depths of my soul. Um but anyway, let's get and I am gonna do okay, so I'm gonna say this. I will do videos now where I do a video every month. And I will do almost 45 minutes to an hour of a video. That way you guys get all of me. You know, like you get my whole month, you get my what I went through this month and stuff like that, and that we're really going to speak and talk about, you know, what's been going on in my life, what I'm doing, my projects and stuff like that. You get all of me for an hour. And I'll do that every month. And I will try to do that at the end of every month. That way, I think I'm hungry. My stomach is just grumbling, but ignore that. I don't even know what I'm eating for breakfast. I'm definitely not going outside because the snow is beginning and I'm not going to be out there. But I do have online class that I need to get to around like a couple minutes. But I do have an online class because of the snow. So I will do that probably after this video, obviously. And I have like an assignments I have to do. But it's kind of nice because I get to stay indoors. But anyway, so I will do 1 hour video every month, kind of towards the end of the month. And then give you guys an hour of myself, 45 minutes to an hour of myself. Like I think this video now is probably gonna be about 45 minutes. That way, you know, I'm giving guys enough. And you can just watch and enjoy. And I know a lot of people like will just sit and drink coffee and like watch my show. I've had people tell me that, and I'm like, I like that. I like that feeling. Like I can be like, I told you guys, I don't know if I've told you guys this, but like maybe I have in one of my videos, had to, I guess, in the 4.5 years I've been doing these videos. I used to listen to 93.9 when I was a kid, not because I wanted to, but because my parents used to put it on, or I have an aunt, I'd have aunts that would put it on. And 93.9 was basically at the time like the oldies. But when I was in the early 90s, when I was a child, they used to play 80s music because those were the oldies at that time. Like early 80s music, and it would be like 80s love songs. And so I think internally, like, I have this love for 80s love songs. So I don't even know why I was talking about that. Oh yeah, I know. Delilah is somebody I kind of like looked up to. Like, I felt like she's the type of person, she was on radio, she was the type of person that just like made you feel calm and collected. And you could go on there and tell your stories, and she would just like make you feel so good, especially during the holidays. She'd make you feel so good about everything. Like, it's okay, Sarah. Everything's gonna work out. It could be anything. You'd be like, me and my husband, we got divorced. And she goes, Sarah. And she had that voice, Sarah, you just have to work on yourself and everything is going to be okay. She had that kind of voice. It's like, it was soothing. It used to make me go to sleep. Even though I was young, I didn't know what the hell she was talking about. But like, there's some stuff I did know. Like, maybe there would be a kid on there. She's like, I want to wish my mom a happy birthday. Just stuff like that. She had the best energy. And then the other day, my sister found her on TikTok. I was like, oh my God, it's Delilah. So yeah, she was kind of like my inspiration. Like when I had, when I was doing the radio thing, like I was like, I want to be that kind of person. And I think in like with Wamu's World, when I started it during COVID, I think there was a part of me that was like, I had like a Delilah appeal where it's kind of like, I wanted to have this energy, this thing where like people could talk to me and they would write me letters, and like I would help them and say like, give them advice and stuff. And so that's really where my inspiration came from, is Delilah. You can Google her. But yeah, anyway, I was just going down memory lane. You know how millennials are so nostalgic? Like, I think I saw WizKid write that like it's really bad to be nostalgic because it kind of like makes you not live in the present day. I kind of agree with that, but like I'm still nostalgic. I can't fucking help it. I think it's just a millennial thing. So I will also in every video list 5 songs that just made me feel good this month. Like, I just wanna share it with you guys because I do have an eclectic music taste, and don't judge me, and I don't give a fuck if you judge me. But like I wanted to share you guys like what music I keep up with most music, like, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes I think I live in my era, if that makes sense. Sometimes I live in my era, but sometimes I go outside my era. I'm like, oh man, this is a really good artist. Like, but anyway, so there's a song called What I Like by Molly, Russian, Aishan. I love that song. I love Molly's voice. Like, Molly's voice is just, I don't know. I love it. I love her voice. That is one of the songs I liked this month. Under the Moon by Ari Lennox. I love Ari. I love that. I love her. Sorry. I just love her. Crazy story. My sister, she went to, so there's a African club in Raleigh called Feritage, and she actually, it was years ago, but she ran into Ari Lennox at Feritage, and she was just like, oh my God, like, you're Ari Lennox. And she was like, how did you know who I was? But I think at the time she was just coming out. But I always tell that story. I'm like, she was so close. She actually met Ari Lennox. But anyway, and I think Ari Lennox lives in North Carolina. So, let's see. Skillabang, Ivani. Oh God, I love that song. I love that song. I love Skillabang too. So I love that song. I know he sampled something, but like he sampled an old song, but I would have to research and figure that out. But maybe he didn't. Maybe that's his own beat. But it's just, I love that song. Okay. Hot and Freddie, Dance the Pain Away. I just figured out about this duo. Like, It's like, I think they're a couple, and they're very like out there. It's like electro pop. It's like synth. It's just, oh, I love it. It's just like a dance song. I'm probably gonna listen to it after I end this video, but it's a feel good song. It's called "Dance the Pain Away" by Hot and Freddie, and I think I'm gonna list this on my bio, so like you guys can listen to them if you like. And then Robin, "Talk to Me." I love Robin. Um, I was actually introduced to Robin by one of my college friends. I didn't know about her, but she was very popular. But I think after he told me about it, like I just continue listening to her. So that's my list. Just some feel good songs. Sometimes, in the climate we live in, you know, you have to, music can really take you and put you in a very solid place, like make you feel good. I'm glad it exists. I'm glad it's in the world. I'm glad it's present in the world. Honestly, I don't know what I'd do without it, really. But music is therapeutic. Lastly, I want to tell you guys to check out my SoundCloud. Check out my music on SoundCloud. And I know you probably look at it, you're like, what is Wamuphobia? So Wamuphobia to me is just kind of like my world. It's just the orb of songs in my world. Wamu is a nickname. Wamu is not even Wamu is a nickname I made because there was a guy in college and he just couldn't pronounce my name, and then he called me Wamu. And that's how it all started. Most people who know me in college only know me by Wamu. They don't know me by any other name but Wamu, because I didn't go by Wamuphobia in college. And just kind of moved from there. Like I was like, I like this nickname. So that's my nickname, was Wamu. I guess people in high school probably knew me as Susan. But yeah, I haven't been called that in years. And whenever somebody calls me that, I'm like, what? But yeah. And Wamuphobia is a Kikuyu word. It actually means somebody who's like a homebody. That is not me. That does not fit me. That was my grandma. I got it from my grandmother. But I am not a homebody. So I don't know who that came from. My name is also Wadenya, which is, I guess, is like gaps in your teeth. I don't have gaps in my teeth, so I don't know where these. But anyway, that's my names, like Susan Wamuphobia Wadenya Ishogo. Yeah, that's my full name. But yeah, Wamu is just my name. But phobia, I think the phobia part is just kind of a reflection of like, I refuse to live in fear, and I think that's really just relatable to the political climate and just the energy of this regime, I'd say. Phobias, fear, it just keeps you from doing what you need to do in life. It restrain, like, it basically keeps you from your goals and your intentions and everything you need to do. It just, I think Wamuphobia is representative of, well, the songs are representative of the fact that I'm going to be free and I'm not going to let anything scare me. Like, I'm not going to live in fear of anything. Like, Wamuphobia is my world. It's just my world. And it's weird because it's like, when I think about the word Wamuphobia, it kind of makes me feel like, it actually feels like, how do you explain it? Sorry, sometimes I can't explain it with words. I can write it down, but I can't. Like, Wamu is me. Phobia is the fear. and I think there's many moments in my life. That's why they kind of are conjoined like together. It's because there's many moments in my life that I have had fears. And I feel like a lot of fear has kept me from certain spaces in life that I should be in. And I feel like the songs are just the freedom of it all. It's the escape from Wamuphobia. I guess that's what it means. Yeah. But anyway, I think that's actually what it means. Like, I just, it's weird because it's easier to like write it down than like say it out loud. But that's what it means. But anyway, I am very thankful for this year. I'm thankful for my health, and I'm thankful for my job, and I'm thankful for the spaces I'm going to be in the future. And I'm telling you right now, I think this is the best, even though I'm working really hard and like I'm stressed, you know, like I think this is the happiest I've ever been, which is saying a lot. And I'm not sure whether you can see it from my energy, but I just feel content with life. And that is the best place to be. It's the best space to be. I always thought that the best space to be, and maybe that's my Leo side, like, was to be when I have this, that, but it's not that. I feel like I was and I guess this is me being like even very honest. I think I was the most unhappy when I was making six figures. I feel like I was very unhappy. And that's saying a lot. Like, that's like, wait, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I don't know why. I'm just, and I don't make six figures anymore. I don't. And I was just the most unhappy. I think like I was traveling for work. I was going to different states, and like it seemed like it was cool. Like it seemed like, oh my God, like I can go to this state, I go to that state, but it's like you're working and then you're doing presentations in front of doctors, and then I hated it. I hated it. Hated it. And once that ended, it was just kind of like, I was so much happier. Did that mean you could have never told me in my life I'd take a cut in my pay just to feel better. And I did, and it was the best thing I ever did. But it was just, I hated that. I think it's because it wasn't something I cared for. I just cared for the money. And so like sometimes that can cause you, my blinds fell. Sometimes that causes you to really rethink. I always told myself, like, I'm gonna make six figures, and I did it. But the happiness wasn't there. So life is very funny. Life's funny, you know? Like, I think that when we get to that state of like we've made it, or we feel we've made it, and then when you get there, you're like, oh my God, like this is it. This is how it feels. It's weird. It's a bit of a humbling thing, you know? But I will say this. I am so happy right now in my life. I really am. And I'm going to stay there. I think it's going to get so much better. I think it's going to really, really, I feel aligned. I feel like I'm exactly where I need to be, which is a wonderful feeling. Even though I'm stressed the fuck out, but it's a wonderful feeling to feel like I'm here. I'm where I need to be. I don't have everything, but I'm exactly where I need to be. That's an awesome feeling. But anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Stay woke, stay blessed, and I'll see you next month. Like I said, video every month. I'll put down important information in the bio section, and you guys just have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Enjoy the snow. Enjoy relaxation. Enjoy time with your family. And I will see you next month. See you guys.